What's up everybody, Maurice here. So I wanted to share this half-assed tutorial update with you guys in case anybody else ran into this issue, and at the same time share my method for making jelly beans. As you can see here, it looks like a gummy, but if I can show, let's see, right here. Got a hard shell and chewy on the inside. But first, we gotta get into this issue you guys might run into when making gummies. So, if you look closely here, I made this batch of strawberries and cream gummies on the 18th, and as you can see here, I've already coated most of them in sugar. But I left some here to demonstrate what happens when you forget them in the molds, and how to fix the coating issue that follows when you forget them. So, you can see the texture on the surface of these gummies. Now, this texture would only become a problem if you were to touch this and it would smear. But we don't get no smears here. If it was mold or bacteria, it would smear off your finger, or smear off the surface of the gummy. Now, since these gummies were made on the 18th, and today is 26th, so these gummies have been sitting here for 8 days now, the exposed surface to the air is very, very dry now. And so these would be impossible to coat in sugar. And so for us to fix that, what we need to do is go ahead and get you a little dish of water, just like so. And you're going to dip your finger in it. Right? We're going to dip our fingers in it.
Okay.
If you have a bunch of gummies, use 2 fingers. If you have a lot of gummies, use 3 fingers. You know what I mean? How many fingers it takes to get the job done is how many you use. And so you're just going to rub all across the backs of these gummies, right? You want to get them nice and wet. Now, if it's been longer than say 3 days, you're going to want to use a good bit of water to get them nice and sticky. If it's only been like 2 or 3 days, then it won't take much to get them tacky. And so we'll just keep doing this until they start getting nice and sticky. And what you can also do too is you can go ahead and rub them down like I just did, and then wait a couple of seconds, and that should start getting nice and sticky for you. Now, drop it into your sugar. Which leads me to my next point. There's 3 main points in this. First one was the drying part. I'm going to show you how to make the jelly bean here in a second as well. The second point is being the sugar coats. You want to make sure you pick the right sugar coat for your gummy, right? So like color wise, just look at the different variety I have here. The colors don't affect the flavor in any way. It's just for aesthetic purposes. And so just pay attention to each one and notice how they invoke different emotions. The right colored gummies will make your gummy shine brighter than the rest. I know mine do, and I put my gummies up against any other dispensaries or black market gummies, and mine will always come out on top. And I'm standing 10 toes down on that statement. And so, to all the gummy makers out there, legal and non-legal, when I uploaded my gummy recipe, I didn't just drop the gauntlet. Nah, see, I slammed that mother to the floor, alright? But that doesn't mean it can't be picked up, alright? Everything and anything can be improved on. Someone might come along and make my recipe even better, right? I don't know, who knows?
That's right!
To move on, for what you guys are probably here for, is the jelly bean part. Now, the reason I say it's a half-assed tutorial is because we have kind of already been over it. Well, I say we, but if you guys, the ones I've seen my previous original gummy recipe, that recipe kind of leads into the gummy recipe. See, now, so I'm gonna pull out this purple gummy like I was telling you guys, and so let me turn on the light for you. There we go. It looks like a gummy, but it's not. It's actually a jelly bean. So now I made this batch about 3 weeks ago, and it sat out. And I did it on purpose at first because I wanted to see how they would turn out. Now this was not done like the circus peanut video, so that's why I say go back. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the original gummy recipe video, and you will be able to get to this point. And then from this point, which is this point, and then from this point, you would let this sit out for 3 weeks, right? And before you say, oh, why didn't he use a dehydrator? I do not believe you can use a dehydrator because this has to be a slow process. I theorize that if you try to speed up the process with the dehydrator, it will it'll mess it up. It'll make a hard chew. And so I theorize that the slow process of 3 weeks or longer slowly releases moisture, which allows a hard shell to form while maintaining internal moisture levels. Now this leads to a jelly-like texture on the inside, but creating a hard texture on the outside. So as you can see here, the uncoated right here. Let's see if we can get it. I'm going to show you guys another one I showed you earlier, but there we go. Hard shell on the outside and the gummy on the inside. Or chewy on the inside, not gummy, sorry. But that slowly release of moisture is what you want. That's what gives it that that hard shell on the outside and that chewy internal. And so I'm gonna repeat, go back. If you want to make jelly beans, there's one right there. And so this is what you want to do to make jelly beans. My original gummy recipe, and then you let them sit out for 3 weeks after you coat it. Don't worry, if you add potassium sorbate, you don't have to worry about it molding. A nice hard shell on the outside, and the inside is chewy. So yeah, there you go. Like I said, I'm committed to providing you guys with the truth, and so I don't know for sure, because I stumbled upon these yesterday. You know, I found them, and I was like, oh man, I completely forgot I put these to the side. And so if you follow this tutorial, if you set these to the side after making them, because you're trying to make jelly beans, and you find out that a definitive time limit, like say it might be ready in 2 weeks instead of 3 weeks, please go into the comments and let people know. Don't be a freaking gatekeeper, okay? I want to build a community where we all strive to help each other out, so do your damn part. Put the cart back. Also, if you have success with my recipe, please also let others know, okay? Down in the comments. I'm genuinely concerned with people finding the right perfect recipe so they too can succeed without having to throw away valuable materials. Do you remember that day when you had to throw away that failed batch and that feeling of shame watching your effort get tossed into the trash? Now just imagine somebody else going through that exact same thing for the very first time. Stuff like that gets very discouraging and makes you not want to attempt a new recipe. So if you guys could take a moment to comment if and only if my recipes help you. If they do, just let others know. That way you can save someone else out there from a very stressful moment, or even from throwing away something they can't afford to waste. And so that's my main goal with these recipes and tutorials. I just want to save you guys some moolah and share some laughs along the way, and shit, as times get tougher, it wouldn't be so bad to get paid for doing what I love. But all that will come in good time anyway, right? Right. And I forgot to do it in my last upload, so I'll do it in this one. I wanted to give a shout out to the New Zealanders, the United Kingdom folks, my peeps over there in the Philippines, the Canadians, my apes down under in Australia. You'll probably watch this upside down, huh? And I can't forget my sub-Saharan African brothers from the motherland, and of course the four-headed dollar brownies of South Asia. Really appreciate y'all spreading the PsillyApe message. We putting carts back with this one. Share what you know and let others know by sharing. We're all humans, we're all in the same boat, and not a single one of us knows how to breathe underwater. But I promise you one thing, if I ever figure out how to breathe underwater, I'm moving my ass to Atlantis. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. If I figure out how to breathe underwater, trust me, y'all gonna know how to breathe underwater. I got you guys. And as long as I live and am able to, I'll provide you guys with all my knowledge for free. It's not that great if it's not by PsillyApes. Completely forgot, in my last live, when we went live making those strawberry gummies, I was talking about how if I got 10 likes, I would show you 20 pounds. And I remember telling Mr. Darty Carty and another member, I can't, what was it, Mr. Dabber-to-do? I can't remember it, but it was, I know the beginning was a D. Anyways, I told you guys I'd show you 20 pounds of some crazy right? And so, yeah, here it is. Look, remember? Some strawberry, 20 pounds of it, right? And some lemon. Gelatin. Ah! Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a lot. The electric tape is for what's it called, comparison, so you can see what you're looking at here. It's a lot of gelatin, because I really do this shit. 5 pounds. I'm gonna be making those premixes like I was mentioning, and so we're gonna try. Oh, and then right before we go away, the sugar-free marshmallows did not work out. So just to let you know, if you guys saw this in my live and picked it up and tried to use it, it didn't work. They got real nasty. It just, I don't know. They're not the same thing as regular marshmallows. I couldn't really figure it out. If somebody else is able to, like I said, update us. Let us know in the comments, man. You know, don't be a gatekeeper. Share the information. All right, peace out.